Okay guys, I zoomed in to the questions and I still missed this one. So after rereading your letter, you see that you may bring a cat, owl or toad with you to school. Which of any do you bring and what do you name them? I mean, come on. As you know, I'm horrible at naming stuff. Wait. I'm horrible at naming stuff. So, yeah. I will leave that up to you. What would you name my cat? Leave that down in the comments. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Francis and I am so happy to be with you guys here today. Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Francis and I am here today to do a booktube tag. This tag was originally created by ViktoriaReads. I'm going to leave her channel right down there, and the tag is called My First Year at Hogwarts. I was trying to look around for a new tag to do, something new to go for. At first I went into Victoria's channel by searching for a small booktuber tag, and I was thinking I would do that, but at the end of her video she mentions her original tag and she says its name, and I'm like, oh! And I just went to her channel and I checked out the tag and it's so freaking cool. So I just decided I wasn't tagged, but I am going to do it. And I'm so excited about it. She came up with some questions that are really fun to answer. And if you guys are interested in doing this, just go ahead and do it. You know, you can just, I'll leave the questions down there and you can go for it as you wish. You are tagged as from now. But first, we should get into the questions, so let's get to that. I do have the questions down on my screen, so I'm probably going to be looking down a little bit, but I hope that's fine. So, let's go. First question is, after receiving your Hogwarts letter, you and your family head down to Diagon Alley. Which shop is the first to grab your attention? I think mine would be Ollivander's, actually. Or the broom shop. I would just be in there wanting to get my new wand or my new broom. Those would be the two. Maybe the sweet shops. I know. Those would be the two. Second question is, you arrive at King Cross Station, knowing absolutely no one. Once you board the Hogwarts Express, you are faced with three options of where to sit. Either in a compartment by yourself, and double check you have everything, in a compartment that contains 4 to 5 young wizards who appear to be trading cards, in a compartment right down the end where another wizard or witch sits. And I would probably go for in a compartment right down the end where another lone wizard or witch sits, because I'm not that much of a social person, but I do like to strike conversation with one person or two people or anything, so I would probably go for that, or I would just sit alone and wait for someone else to join in. That's more likely. Third question, you arrive at Hogwarts, are sorted into your house. Which one are you in? With this one, I am actually going to go with the house that I was sorted into, which is Gryffindor, but I will probably do a video getting sorted into some house again, because I did this only once and it was like 3-4 years ago. So I probably will do that and it might change. Who knows? But for now, Gryffindor. The fourth question. You are given your timetable, which contains the following classes. Which one are you most looking forward to? Transfiguration, Charms, Potions, a History of Magic, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Astronomy, Herbology, or Flying Lessons. I think I would be most looking forward to 2 of them, actually. I would be divided between Flying Lessons and Defense Against the Dark Arts, because that would be just me. I just like to get my hands dirty, in a sense. I just like to get my hands on things and do them. So I would really like to be flying around and practicing for Quidditch, or just throwing spells around, or learning about spells, and defense against the dark arts would be so amazing. Fifth question. Your first weekend at Hogwarts is here. What do you spend the weekend doing? Studying ahead in the library, you can never study enough. Chilling in the common room playing chess with your new friends. finding a cozy spot somewhere in the castle and reading the book you brought with you and eating snacks. I would probably not start it by studying ahead in the library. That would not be me at all. But between the other two, I would probably be finding a cozy spot. Yeah, probably finding a cozy spot somewhere in the castle with my book and eating my snacks, maybe with some other person or some new friends that like to explore the castle. But Victoria actually answered this, and I would really I do agree with her in here, and I would really go into exploring the castle. It's just, how could you not go exploring that huge castle filled with magic everywhere? Sixth question, I think it is. A few weeks of class has now passed. Which class has become your best and worst? Oh yeah, definitely. My worst would be History of Magic. I've always been horrible at history. That would be my nemesis. And my best one would probably be flying, Quidditch, flying lessons, whatever. Although I do find a problem here. You see, a broomstick has a stick, right? And you have to get it between your legs with your whole weight like crushing you against the stick. So I don't know how I would do with that, being as in like I'm a guy, so yeah. Seventh question. Oh no, the first Quidditch game is this Saturday between your house and its #1 rival, but you also have a potions test on Monday. Do you go to the game? Obviously, who cares about potions? Go to the game, but then make up the time studying later in the day. Don't go. Studying is way more important. I would choose the second one. I mean, true, Quidditch can take a long while because it just ends when you grab the snitch. So it can take a while, especially if the seekers suck. I don't know. I would go for the second one. I would go to the game and just go, whatever, and then make up for studying after. Eighth question. Christmas is here, which is true, almost. Do you go home to your family or stay in Hogwarts to be with your friends who are also staying? Here I have to think a little bit about, because this is the first year at Hogwarts, so I'd probably be 11, and at 11, yes, I would come home. Definitely. But if it were right now, I'd probably stay. I'd probably stay over right now, or when I was 16, 17, I'd probably stay over, yeah. Yeah. But I wouldn't even need a lot of friends to stay over with me. I would just stay. Ninth question. Christmas is over, but now it's time for exams. What becomes your go-to study spot? On your bed, in your dorm, best to be cozy. In your house common room, in the library, obviously. In an empty classroom, I prefer to be alone. I feel like on my bed in my dorm or at the house common room, there's probably a lot of noise and a lot of people passing by and asking questions and talking to you. So even though, of course, the exams are there, people are always walking around, right? So it would be hard to focus. So I would probably choose to go to the library where people have to be quiet, or in an empty classroom, because I would prefer to be alone for this. But I'd go for the library. It's the library. The first thing that pops into my mind is you have the books closer to you. You can just go get your books that are right there and study. You can't do that in an empty classroom. But the empty classroom has less people, so... But yeah, I'd lean on to the library and try that out. Probably even study with some friends. Who knows? This tag is so great. I would think Victoria spent a lot of time trying to come up with these questions and making them make sense. And it's so much fun. Seriously, guys, this is so much fun. If you want to be tagged, just get tagged. It's right there. Go do this tag because it's really great, especially if you're a fan of Harry Potter like me. To tag people, who would I tag? I'll leave the tags. I'll think of something. I'll leave the tags down there. And if you want to be tagged and you're not down there in the description, just be tagged. Just do this challenge. Don't forget to get the Victoria's channel link down there. I did get it down there. It's right there in the description. So if you're new, if you're at my channel and you haven't checked her channel out yet, go for it. You're in for a treat. She's really good. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you. Oh, wait. Let's do some magic. And make that subscribe button go on. Like, bling. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe right there. And I will see you at the next video. Bye.